if your husband or your wife, you better make, or your girlfriend, make sure y'all got a good relationship. Because when that shit shaky bakey, they work 9 to 10 hours, 6-7 days with them people.
Yeah.
And they know all their business. They bring them lunch, them work husbands and work wives. So ain't no Zooms.
It still go down though. It still go down. Even the work from home and expose a lot of marriages.
Yeah.
Work from home, because usually you'll get that break when you leave.
Not no more.
Not no more.
Not no more.
Well, stand your ass.
That's what COVID gonna do.
Right.
That's what COVID do. Either made it stronger or made it worse.
I think the divorces did go up after COVID.
Yeah, that's what, because that time away make you miss them. If y'all both work at home, that's crazy. Because you see her in the beginning, y'all both, you sitting there looking at her, she looking at you. Y'all both drinking coffee, y'all both typing and shit.
Right.
You taking calls, she taking calls, she looking at ain't nothing to talk about.
Traffic jam in the
Keep
kitchen.
it 100. Y'all not being honest about that situation. When they was at work, they had their at work significant others.
That's what I
now
said.
they in the house together, they can't see their other because they got some explaining to do.
Everybody ain't in that situation. Some people actually like the people they with. You just don't like them all fucking day. Like I like you, I love you. I don't want to like you all day. It's like the little woman that call you all day at work. She call you all day at work and she texting you. Now when you get off, she's like, you don't talk to me. What the fuck are we gonna talk about? You talk to me all day.
All day.
The conversation over, B. It's over with.
And let's just put this out here. You guys are both married, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sean, you married too?
Negative.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just had to put that out there for you because you guys are married. So, you know.
Okay.
Just want to make sure.
Voice rate just went up twice.
I speak for myself.
Right. So,
I speak for myself, and I speak for most. I would think people. You don't want to talk to the person all fucking day.
So yeah, I got a couch in the basement, brother.
It's called the man cave.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, I'm like, man, see,
I live in mine too.
that damn radio show.
AKA Ron O'Neal. What are you talking about?
Not Rod O'Neal.
I ain't going nowhere.
No question.
No.
So yeah, man. But again, like, do you like from a work standpoint, like, do you have any like funny stories from And I know you're a DJ or whatever, but I know there's definitely a work dynamic.
I mean, I've held jobs too, man. I told myself, man, I tell you about, I'm probably the only Jamaican DJ that you'll probably know. I had 100 jobs. I've done everything. Garbage man, post office, railroad, school bus, classroom. I done did everything throughout my career, man. DJ was just the one thing that always worked. So everything else was kind of, touching. It was life experiences.
Right.
So that's a hell of a turn to go from, I'm working on the railroad to scratching this shit.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Well, the railroad was actually a dope ass job.
Really?
Yeah, because there wasn't a lot of black people. It's not a lot of black, people that work for the railroad. So I actually love that. But yeah, DJing always worked. Everything else was experience. Let me see. I had some moments, but I don't know. I'll plead the fifth.
So, since you are a DJ, and are you currently in a relationship?
I mean, you can ask me the question.
Okay, so because everybody knows DJ is the man of the party.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got the groupies and stuff. Mm-hmm. Does it really go down for the DJ like that?
Probably for a lot of DJs. I don't have those problems, but you know what I'm saying? Like, the elements are there. You know what I mean? Like, you put yourself in a position, you're going to get approched. You know what I mean? You carry yourself in the right capacity, you're going to get approached. My thing, I've always attracted old people.
So the penis that you said.
Step away, man. I
burning debt on their ass.
I'm always
Geraldine.
Yeah. They line dancing. They want to put them dentures out and be like, hey,
love though.
He be playing them oldies but goodies. That's what it means.
Yeah, I'll get them up.
Oldies bring them out.
Hey, man, they got insurance though.
Yeah,
they got the benefits. The old ladies got benefits and no teeth to take care of you.
Oh my God!
They worry about that life policy.
Right.
What?
Yeah, he's good. He can DJ, so he's alright.
Just saying,
Volume 2.
So basically, you weren't one of the ones out here got Cleveland flooded with babies.
I got one child.
Oh,
I was a good guy.
You was a good guy. The game was straight.
Both.
There we go, sir. No, so speaking again of being DJ, what do you feel as far as the new DJs compared to the old? Because the old DJs brought crates of records and you had to bring all your equipment. Now I see a DJ thing is like here, like a little sample thing.
Controller
Yeah, a little controller joint, and they can scratch on it. Like, do you consider these plug-in guys compared to what you did?
We just had a whole thing about this. You can, as long as you respect the culture, you know what I mean? The whole thing, the community, like I always say, I was one of those guys that had carried speakers, 10 to 12 crates of records, 2 turntables, big ass mixers, from big mixers to little mixers. So I put in the work. A lot of the newer DJs, they didn't put in the work, but they want the respect of the guys that put in the work. And that's where my problem lies. You can't let somebody else tell your story just because, they got the Fisher Price DJ set up.
That's my first DJ.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really, you can be as creative as you want to be, but, don't disrespect the elders. It's the same thing with life as levels. You got to get to where those guys are. Just because, you can push a button and make yourself sound accurate don't make you a great DJ. If you take that controller away from you, how valuable are you? How do your skill set hold up? And a lot of them don't. You can't give them 2 records and make them say, make these records make sense. Whereas you give a guy somebody already put the work in, they know the essentials. So I don't really have a problem with them. It's just sort of levels of respect and creativity, but don't diminish somebody else's work because it was convenient for you.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only thing. That's all I got about that.
So another thing coming from your background with Nerve DJs and Structure, what new artists are coming from Cleveland that either through your label or new heat you hearing from Cleveland that you like, okay, you think these people are up and coming, like hot, like some people to look out for?
Well, it's a lot of people. You got Splash Rob, Party with Splash, super dope. He make good party bangers, a lot of energy. Cream DiBiase, clean, club music. The whole thing is about energy. I love energy. You got to be able to have songs that have energy. Erica Banks, Ty Bree, Ryan Wolf, and Killing Them. These are all local Cleveland-bred artists, but they get it. A lot of artists, music goes in phases to me. So, you had that party era where we came up, sweating out the suits, sweating out the clothes. Then it kind of went to a down spike to where everybody didn't really want to dance no more. They just kind of wanted to look the look. Then you had, I called it the special ed movement, where guys was having emotional breakdowns on record. You ain't know if they were rapping or singing or crying. It all sounded
So is that the Draking?
Yeah, I think Drake started it, but it got worse.
Yeah, definitely got worse.
Yeah,
all these
a lot of pills involved, though.
Yeah.
A lot of pills and syrup.
That's
so
why
that's a lot of moody.
Yeah, now to me I call it the ADHD movement. You know what I'm saying? Like
Jesus.
songs went from 5 minutes to 1 minute. They was making these hit records. I'm like, just when I get into it, it's over. So now I see music starting to kind of transition back to the party. And I'm really liking it. Like, you just got to be able to look at the perspectives and the different eras of music. It's always transforming into something. So you got to figure out, where it works for you or how it speaks to you. But I start to feel the energy go back into the music.
And it usually repeats too.
Yeah,
so if you look at history,
does.
it repeats itself.
Well, they're getting back to dancing now, so I'm happy.
Me too.
Well, they're dancing with each other. We got to get it back to dancing with ladies.
Well, they are dancing with ladies now. Like a lot of the videos, they actually interacting with the men and the women. I get the alphabet communities and you got to respect the boundaries.
I'm not even talking about don't ask, don't tell. I'm just talking about guys like just hard legs dancing in a circle with other hard legs just jigging and stuff. I'm like, there's a wall full of girls over there. Why are they lonely?
But at the same time, you would say, because that's a lot of the younger generation, and unfortunately, we know how, no fathers in the household, things of that nature. So it's a lot.
Yeah, you gotta take the crumbs before you get the whole cake.
Right, a lot to be considered in that situation.
I agree.
Because I can tell you, when I was younger and used to go to school dances and stuff, my mother and father, my father would be the one, like, you make sure you dance, you a little girl, you know what I mean? So I went in like, shit, I'm about to find me a little girl to dance with. So, but it's different now. That's not what they're not being told to go in there and do that. You know what I mean?
Because now you go to the party, 90% you see people doing this.
Oh, yep.
In the club, it's like that. There's people here. They got alcohol and music.
somebody ain't supposed to be with.
Yeah.
Always one.
Selfie.
You got the feds there. The feds is there. Them rats is there. They telling on your ass on the low.
Right. Don't even know.
See Chris?
Go
ahead. Yeah, that's Chris.
Yeah, you see? Yeah.
There's all this shit outside.
But that is how it is, though. These kids, that's all they do is this right here. TikTok and Instagram.
Yeah, they're the police.
Yeah.
We're taking pictures of the plate.
I do that. I'm guilty.
Sometimes some plates be like.
Taking pictures of the plates.
I'm guilty. I take a picture of that because I done got caught up in it. So I got caught up in it. So don't catch me at a steak restaurant and I got some scotch on the table and taking me a picture, got me a cigar in Puerto Rico, sitting back, like enjoying the fruits of my labor. You know, I do those. Great. So I was so I'm guilty.
Yeah.
So we're bringing.
I'm a fan of the cigar. Yeah, I'm a fan of the cigar culture.
Yeah, man, it's just a good look, man.
It's a great look.
Oh, smoke a couple
especially
cigars.
For all the haters, it's, you know, I'm in Puerto Rico somewhere, and I know they always say we're gonna be shit. I'm like,
oh, it's about we're gonna be shit. Still ain't shit, but I'm in Puerto Rico. Still ain't shit, but I'm in Puerto Rico. Right. So whatever.
Looking at the water like your ass at Domino's. Shout out to all the people over at Domino's.
They're like, fuck you, man.
Georgia.
Talk about done.
Oh my God. Oh, no, not Georgia.
Little Caesars.
Yeah, no.
But we're gonna go ahead and wrap the show up. Thank y'all for being patient, man, because I know it's been a minute, you know, since we've been back. So we're gonna keep hitting y'all with that good content. We got skits on the way. Cleveland Bastard, djshonnyshon, Richie Carlisle, Jooked Radio, once again presented by Get Your Own Damn Fish, available on Amazon. Wristwork Customs, go to www.wristworkcustom.com for all of your exquisite bracelets needs, and the Prosperity Initiative. You can catch them on all social media platforms. Lastly, Richie Carlisle, Frank Moses, Experience Volume 1, streaming everywhere. Peace.